For months, NASA has insisted Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams are not stuck in space. They have a space capsule lifeboat in case they'd ever have to abandon the space station.
This is my happy place. I love being up here in space.
But Butch and Sonny launched on a 10-day mission back on June 5th. Their return trip delayed because NASA didn't trust Boeing's troubled Starliner to bring them home. Instead, they were reassigned to SpaceX Crew 9, staying on station until February. They can return when SpaceX Crew 10 arrives to take over at the station. But then Crew 10's February launch was also delayed. President Trump posting on Truth Social, "I have just asked Elon Musk and SpaceX to go get the two brave astronauts." Now, NASA and SpaceX say Crew 10 will launch on March 12th. Butch and Sonny should then come back a week or so later on Crew 9. In January, Sonny Williams joked that she's ready.
I'm trying to remember what it is like to walk, because I haven't walked, I haven't sat down, I haven't laid down. You don't have to. You can just close your eyes and float where you are.
More Americans on Ozempic go blind as doctors sound alarm over startling side effect.
What? Startling side effect for using diabetes medicine when you don't have diabetes to lose weight? Man, if I was a celebrity, I'd be nervous right now, you feel me? Because all of them are on this drug. But let's just see how bad things potentially could be for people who like to misuse semaglutide. Experts have sounded the alarm about the blockbuster weight loss drugs like Ozempic leaving users blind. Several studies link the shots to conditions that cause inflammation and block blood flow to the eye, causing severe and sometimes permanent vision loss. Oh wow, that sounds great. I would love my optic nerve to, triple in size, all because I wanted to lose weight the easy way. Unfortunately, the very people who are suffering through these terrible side effects aren't the individuals who are taking this drug to lose weight. It's actually individuals who are taking the drug the proper way in order to treat their diabetes, who are showing signs of developing temporary or permanent blindness. One woman in particular injected 1 dose of semaglutide for her diabetes and woke up the next morning blind in her left eye. This prompted her to stop the medication for 2 months before her diabetes forced her to go back on it. 2 weeks after restarting, she lost vision in her right eye as well. Another woman who had been taking semaglutide for a year woke up one morning with a painless shadow over her left eye. Testing revealed her blood vessels in her retina had become damaged, leading to blindness. Now, the reason why this article and other articles have kind of gone viral is because there's way more people taking this drug not to treat their diabetes, but to cheg their way through weight loss. So way more people could be showing signs of potential blindness in the coming months because, well, if it's happening to people with diabetes, it's almost certainly going to happen to you if you were to be taking Ozempic casually. And that very trend of people taking Ozempic to lose weight is only going to increase because apparently different variants of this drug are now being sold over the counter via this company, Hims. Of course, they're not selling the same formula as Ozempic because that requires a prescription. No. They're selling compounded semaglutide, which for whatever reason is unregulated as of now, and only time will tell if there's going to be more and more victims losing their eyesight because they want to lose weight. Hey, at USPS, you guys suck at your jobs. Oh, it can't be that bad. Oh, did they take a bite out of your box? Good grief. But hey, it can't be all that bad. Really, what was in the box? I see some foam in there. It couldn't be all destroyed. Oh my God. Oh, they're all PSA graded. Oh, I'm so sorry. And apparently USPS is sorry too. After the fact, they knew they chewed up your box. And I don't think they're gonna give you any money at all. This is a rare occurrence? What are y'all talking about? This is USPS, not UPS, not FedEx, not even Amazon. You guys treat boxes like basketballs. I have no idea why you dribble every single package, but in this case, a dog ate it, and then someone took a sledgehammer to this guy's cards. We are indigenous to this country, and we're going nowhere. No white person is indigenous to Africa. White South Africans like myself, and like Kali Kareel of Afroforum, all came to Africa from other parts of the world. Africa belongs to Africans. You know what? You're so correct. Europeans do not belong in Africa at all. That is not their homeland. Just like how non-Europeans don't belong in Europe, right? And non-Asians don't belong in Asia, right? And non-Americans, I guess we don't belong here either. I'm not native in any capacity, so I shouldn't be here, right? It truly doesn't matter that the only language that I know is English, the only culture that I know is American, and it truly doesn't matter that my family, and my genealogy in particular, has remained on this continent for 400 years. It doesn't matter at all. I don't belong because I am not Native American in any capacity. You see how when you extrapolate that type of logic, it gets so incredibly stupid so fast? So for those of you who are confused about this entire conversation, there's a whole lot of evilness happening in South Africa to the Boer and white South Africans who have been there for centuries. While the South African government doesn't officially sanction violence against white South Africans, they certainly don't do anything to prevent it from happening. And it is policy to expropriate land from white South Africans to make sure that it's redistributed to black South Africans. You know, the Bantu people, who aren't indigenous to South Africa at all. The true indigenous population of South Africa are the Khoisan. But, you know, I digress. At the end of the day, this conversation's incredibly stupid, and I wish that we could just be honest about what's happening down there, and instead of just telling the white South Africans to suck it up, and also that that isn't their homeland, and they shouldn't be there. Aw man, is there anything good from this post? A throwaway account on r/confession? Oh, and for a little bit of context, like all r/confession posts, this is about a relationship. We're both 20. He's quite conservative. He wanted to wait to have sex and said it was important to him. He said he only had one girlfriend, and she's the only girl he slept with. I'm more modern. Oh no, that's foreboding. Jesus, what are we about to encounter? I think we should be able to have sex with whoever we want as long as we're safe, which I always was. I told him I've been with 2 other guys. The truth is that I've been I slept around a little bit in my first 2 years of college. I don't feel bad about my past, but I don't want to ruin our relationship over it either. I know guys can sometimes get antsy with things like this, so I decided not to tell. You lied to him? Ah, that's wonderful. He'll appreciate that. They're all before I met him. I don't think it's a big deal. I just don't want to upset him. I do feel a little bad though. I wonder why you feel bad. Could it be the lying? Could it be the breaking of this man's trust? Do you feel bad because maybe 35 bodies in 2 years is a little much? Especially before the age of 21. Like, that's insane. You try to tell me that for the first 2 years of your adulthood, you were just out there, you know, just being a friend to everybody. I don't know if I like that. Personally, I would find that a little bit gross. I find that a little strange.
Huh? That's AI.
Well, whatever. Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, whatever. They're f***ing cute.
You know, my pupils have been different sizes for like a week. All right, I mean, that kind of happens. It can't be that. Jesus, are you having a stroke? Someone go to the hospital. We need to go to see a shaman. You need to see a doctor. That's not good. Granted, I've seen a lot of that when I go to festivals. There's a lot of people out there who get their pill and or narcotic mix wrong, and you look at their face and they look like this, man. And they're having a great time, but I know their neurons are just actively being disintegrated.
My vocabulary is up here. I dare a hoe try me. Like a desaco. All right.
Okay, so this post went viral on r/facepalm before it was taken down by the mods on the subreddit, and you're about to figure out why. This is BBC reporter Busara Sheikh, and she is a Muslim, and she wanted to report on what happened in Germany a couple of days ago with a guy running 23 people over with a Mini Cooper. Apparently, the motivation for this attack was to just harm German people, along with espousing and sharing all of his radical Islamist ideologies. And unfortunately, this is not an isolated attack. This has been happening in Germany like all of 2024 and a bit of 2025. And this BBC reporter had this reaction on Twitter. Upsetting details emerging of the 28 injured in Munich attack by 24-year-old Afghan asylum seeker known to police. My thoughts are with those affected and seriously injured in this awful incident. Harming people is never acceptable. However, Germany needs to get a grip with its increasing demonization of Muslims, ethnic minorities, and migrants. With the racist AfD party on the rise, unfortunately, a symptom of such hate often results in hate. It's almost like she didn't even bother to look into the actual attack, because how do you even know that the 28 individuals who were run over by a car had any sort of racist ideologies against Muslim people or Arab people or supported the German AfD? You had no idea. And no one knows, and it doesn't matter because they were innocent people run over by a maniac. What really bothered a lot of people about this post and what made it go viral on Twitter and for a short while on the r/facepalm subreddit was the very fact that she went out of her way to just say, hey, it's the German people's fault for being attacked with a car. It's not enough to just point out the evilness of this act. We have to also acknowledge that, you know, not every Muslim is a terrorist, which no one with sense would believe, and I saw none of that conversation online. If anything, people wanted to talk about why someone who would seek asylum in a nation go out of their way to attack the very people hosting them. It's really strange that somebody would go out of their way to come all the way to Germany, seek out asylum within that nation, and then go out of their way to hurt the individuals who live there and hate the government, the culture, and the people there. It makes no sense. And I truly wouldn't blame the German people from being a little wary, a little bit conscious of the individuals coming into their nation with less than positive intentions. But look, I'm not German, and I know that this entire situation is incredibly touchy. So I want to know what you guys think in the comments down below. What are your thoughts on what happened in Germany last week, and do you agree with Bashar Sheikh? Especially if you're German. If I got any German fans, let me know what you think in the comments down below. I know this is affecting your nation, and I really want to know what your perspective is.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes, toes, knees, shoulder, head, head, shoulder, knees, toes, head, shoulders, knees and cuffs.
Braids were more than just a style during slavery. Enslaved people used braids to communicate escape routes. Did they? Because that looks like a Spider-Man logo. I can't believe something like this needs to be community noted. Oh, it has 3.4 million views. That's why it needs to be community noted. Let's just think about this for 10 seconds. In what capacity does this look like a map of anything? Nothing on her scalp is telling me what type of terrain I'm going to traverse, where I'm supposed to go, where I am relative to all of this supposed terrain, and also why would enslaved peoples have any detailed idea of really where they are? Only other escaped slaves would have a semblance of an idea of where to go to find freedom and how to reliably evade capture. And you know what they utilized? Regular parchment maps. Oh my god, tuberculosis is airborne! Tuberculosis is airborne! Tuberculosis is airborne! Oh my god, it's airborne! Yo! Chill out. Hate to break it to you, but tuberculosis has always been airborne. That's how humans for millennia have gotten tuberculosis and died. Let's think about it for a second. All of the typical behaviors of someone who's infected with tuberculosis. They're coughing, they're sneezing, they're wheezing, and you're mansplaining. The level of mansplaining is insane. And so what? You're retarded. You genuinely forgot that tuberculosis is only transferred through coughs and sneezes. You could have Googled that, but instead you bugged out on the timeline and you got millions of views for why? Why are there so many idiots like you? Pfizer's cancer drug commercial was beautiful, but their breast cancer drug Ibrance cost $10,000 per month, and their prostate cancer drug cost $22,000 per month. Beautiful commercials don't change the fact that 42% of cancer patients exhaust their life savings in 2 years. Hey, you want to know a little secret about why those prices are so high, and if you don't have insurance, you are just going to get eaten alive? Let's just say that you're lucky enough to be prescribed these drugs without an insurance plan, which is slim to none. Pfizer is going to automatically treat you as an insurance company. They're going to give you insurance company prices. You see, Pfizer knows that insurance companies are shrewd as hell and are going to lowball them when it comes to negotiating the price for a particular drug for their customer or client. So when you don't have insurance, you're hit with the highball prices automatically because they expect you to either lowball them or pay it outright. If you want to avoid that, you have 3 options. Don't ever get sick ever in the United States without an insurance plan. It's just not worth it. 2, fight that price in court and hope that you'll win. Or 3, break the bank by getting insurance. Those are your 3 methods to survive in this very interesting medical situation that we have here in the US. Anytime I encounter tweets like this or conversations about the medical industry in the United States, I'm reminded by a friend of mine who moved here, and he said that in the US, everything's really nice if you just have money, which apparently is abnormal in other places on the planet. Who knew? Being forced to ask an employee to unlock a toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, and shampoo is actually insane. Screw capital. You were so close. You were nearly there. I hate to break it to you, my man, but crackheads are the reason why you can't buy toothbrush and toothpaste in New York or San Francisco or LA or Baltimore or Chicago or anywhere that's a metropolitan area in the United States. You just can't do it. Now, if we wanted to have a little bit of a brain exercise, we could probably blame capitalism in the sense that they're only stealing from the store so they could sell it on the street to buy crack. But in my opinion, that's a stretch. But I'm no economist. But I think that maybe we should just deal with the crime so that you can have your deodorant. I think that's what most common people desire and want. And I think that law has been changed in San Francisco. I think now you actually do get thrown into prison for stealing deodorant. Thank God. Drop the best anime quote of all time. The more you desire coexistence, the more people die by your hands. And I'm told this is not fascism. Oh my god! The discourse around Freerin in the whole show is bothering me, man. To those of you who are following me on Twitter, you should already know that this discourse has lasted 2 whole weeks, and I've been talking about it on there for the entirety of that time. I don't understand why anyone is upset with this show. Freerin makes it very clear that demons are irredeemable, that they are monsters that learned how to speak English, that they don't understand empathy, they don't understand morals, they don't understand humanity, and they will just destroy you and everything you love because they simply don't have a positive moral foundation for anything that you care about, because they're demons and we're humans. It's real clear. And apparently punishing a creature for being evil is fascism. Apparently seeking out demons and annihilating all of them because they are evil is fascism. And I really don't have any idea why. It makes no sense. It's a fictional show. We should all just like watching monsters being killed, but apparently monsters can have feelings too, and it's not nice to punish all of them for the actions of a few, even if all of them are evil and prove their evilness every single day. And our final post of the day is about FedEx and their incessant, habit or need to never deliver anything to your door. FedEx, please call for the entry code. It's right here. You can't miss it. FedEx, we're in the building. Do deliver. Oh my God, you missed us. I'm done. We put up 2 pieces of paper in the King's English with the entry code. We told them that we were in the building, and apparently they couldn't see us. They can't read English or understand words or numbers, and instead told us that we had to go find them, which is terrible. We got to go play hide and seek with a package. Yay! What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ailurus, aka Panda Daddy, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, let me know in the comments down below and leave a like if you liked the video. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe, fam. What you doing watching videos and not subscribing? And if you're old, make sure you hit that bell so you can get these notifications every time. And if you have any ideas about subreddits that you want me to cover, let me know in the comments down below. Or any topics that you want me to cover, any type of video topics, I'm open to all of them. I'm trying to entertain as many of you as possible, and all of your comments are greatly appreciated. And of course, I wouldn't be able to make content like this without my Patreon supporters, so a big thank you to Dane, Dark Zombie 264, Mothland, Shroomish, Birds of Steel, D the Wicker Beast, Arrow the Cat, Molly Mayhem, BD Uzi, Quispy, The Main Mon, Yex, Seth is the 102, Twitch is Lost, User Deleted from Planet, Primavera, Dawnbreaker Drake, Traffic Racer 124, Sice Federic, Mike, Loving Tate, Code Connor Purvis, Mr. Sandman, My Golden Experience, James Tucker, BMX30, Cinnamon Sticks, Samantha Bellhart, The Fake Musician, Tron Destroy 23, Donner Nas Hawk, Blacklist Gaming, Noah, Crows the Proto, and that one girl. Thank you so much for your support. It is greatly appreciated. And if you want to help support the channel, there's 2 links in the description, one of my merch store and one of my Patreon. Both funds go directly into the channel so I can maintain what's happening here. And as always, stay zesty.